What is a Xenopixel lightsaber? Is it more expensive? Do they have all the features of the other designer sabers? Does it have a brighter blade? And there is one tiny little feature that they don't have. So we're going to talk all about what Xenopixel lightsabers are and comparing this Xenopixel lightsaber from Artsabers to other higher end lightsabers with different sound cards, and we're going to talk about the differences and which one is right for you. So don't go anywhere. Thank you very much for clicking on my video. This is Finding the Force, where we make videos about anything Star Wars, but mostly lightsabers. I will be your host, Obi-Dad Kenobi. Hello there. If you guys haven't already, hit the subscribe button and click on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. We'd really appreciate it. It really helps support our channel. I can't believe there's been this invention called the Xenopixel Lightsaber, and it's been out for like almost a year, and we haven't heard about it? Yes, this video is sponsored by Artsabers because they gave us this lightsaber to show you guys and talk about it. And I'm sorry if you guys missed the giveaway. We had a big 10,000 subscriber giveaway to celebrate a huge milestone in our YouTuber adventures. Thank you guys so much for the support. We really appreciate it. So let's dive right into the biggest difference and some of the myths that you might have heard. Now, the name Xenopixel is just a teeny bit misleading because it uses the same Neopixel blades that all the other higher end lightsabers use. For all of you new to the higher end lightsaber community, I know there's lots of you guys who are fans like we are of the Galaxy's Edge Legacy lightsabers, and those have like a lower quality LED, and there's even less of them, which is why you can see little tiny gaps in the blades, but there's still a huge fun factor. Neopixel lightsabers have like hundreds of these really bright lights all throughout the blade, so they're super bright, and you can also, using the card inside, you can tell them to do all kinds of cool things. Which brings me to what a Xenopixel lightsaber is. It's actually the sound card inside, which is like the brains of the lightsaber and is programmed to cue the sound, the swing sound fonts, the blaster deflect, powering on, the colors, and it does all the thinking for you. So as if we haven't all suffered enough through this pandemic, another way that we've been suffering is that there's been computer chip shortages, which has also driven up prices and caused really obnoxiously long wait times. We waited 5.5 months for our Korbanth Kylo Ren and 6.5 months for our Korbanth Rey saber. We're about to review that Kylo Ren saber any day now, so stay tuned for that one. The soundboard, and it's made from the manufacturer. And Artsabers doesn't make the lightsabers, they are like a distributor. Now they choose which bodies and chassis to use, the speaker, the components, which is great for two reasons. One, we got this Obi-Wan Kenobi Neopixel lightsaber. We got this mailed to us in 9 days, compared to 6 months from like one of the larger stores that sells the higher end sabers. So Xenopixel is going to not only get to your house wicked fast, but it's also going to save you a bunch of money. The lightsabers are $100 or even $200 cheaper than all the other sabers with different chips such as CFX and Proffie board are probably the two other most popular kind of soundboards. But I know what you guys are thinking. Well, dude, I mean, like, what if, it doesn't do a bunch of cool stuff? And now we get to the cool stuff, because I was really surprised that this thing does almost everything, and you can do a lot of changes just from the saber itself, which really makes it stand out. On top of saving money and getting your saber wicked fast, a really great gateway lightsaber. And if you use our discount code, the link and the discount code are below in the description and probably on your screen right now. We'd really appreciate the support, and it tells Artsabers that you heard about their sabers from us. Not all of Artsabers, Xenopixel and Proffie board lightsabers have this, but this one is particularly a single button activation and has a recharge port right in the front, which is awesome, so you don't have to keep pulling the batteries out, sticking them in chargers, and then which battery's charged, which isn't, and it's just it can be a headache sometimes. The way you operate this is you hold it down and the light flashes. One flash allows you to change the volume between low, off, and high, and 2 flashes, now you're changing the blade style. So they have 5 blade styles. Perfect for a simple Star Wars fan who's not trying to get too complicated with all the blade effects. There's just solid, steady, pulsed, unstable, fire blade, and rainbow. And those are all the blade. You can pick which color. There's 11 different colors on the color wheel, and you pick which one, and you can have 5 different blade effects. Now, what's really cool about this saber is that there's blade modes, which can affect how the blade acts, and also the activation and deactivation has really cool effects. Like, check this one out. By the way, did I mention this thing has gesture controls? Boom! Oh yeah! You gotta love the red sabers that look yellow on camera. You gotta love it.
Your dad warned you about this, DJ.
All right. This says, and if you didn't catch the review on our 3PO saber, I'll put the link up above here. This thing is crammed with all kinds of crazy, like droid sound fonts that kind of remind you, that fit in with the 3PO style. Speaking of sound fonts, there's a big website called saberfont.com, and that's where I bought my first saber font, and it's very easy. They have all the detailed instructions in this manual on how to add sound fonts to your lightsaber. And you can pick any of them from that website, which has tons of awesome sound font makers. Like there's Juan Sith, XX Sabers, XX, I don't know, but tons of fonts to choose from, even though it comes with like 20 or 30 or something like that. That's actually something that this saber has that other sabers like CFX and Proffie don't have, is that just from here, if I hold it 3 times, now I've changed the Prion, the activation blade effects to the saber. Check this out. Boom! Now it's stacked. It's purple, by the way, guys. So just like the Proffie and the CFX sabers, we've got smooth swing. Oh yeah, crazy effects. We've got all right, I can't focus. There's a crazy dance party going on in here. Let's find something a little more simple.
Tell me, is this training? My training? No. Always training. The universe is.
Cool. I'm totally down with Yoda. Yeah, man. Okay. All right, something a little more basic, right? We've got there's blade deflect effects when you clash the blade. We've got one blink for. We've got tip drag. Holding the button, we've got lockup. And we've got force effect.
How long has it been since I fought with a student? I'll try not to disappoint you.
Sick. Force effects too, man. It's got everything. Smooth swing, like I said. So, in a nutshell, a Xenopixel is like a budget soundboard. It's doing everything that the Proffie and the CFX can do. You know, let's do a couple comparisons to my Obi-Wan Kenobi, A New Hope, lightsaber from Artsabers. And so this has a Proffie board. Let me see if I can show you guys real quick. I think all the Xenopixel boards are purple. This Proffie, it's white. That white chip right there. A lot of the hobbyists love this soundboard, and don't get me wrong, it is totally epic and stellar, but it is not user-friendly. The Xenopixel is definitely user-friendly, and it's very easy just to click and drag and drop, and that's all you have to do to reset the software or to add fonts, along with making maybe a little changes to the names of the files. Now, a Proffie board, my old installer, Carlos, he made me do it. I was like, oh, so mad. But he actually made me, you have to download 2 computer programs. You have to get a special cord that's for data, not a charging cord or you fry your board, right? And then you have to like learn all this code, this crazy stuff. But hey, if you're a young person and you got some time for a fun hobby, the Proffie boards are like limitless to the amount of changes and unique styles that there are and that you can make to your sabers. But you flash it to the board and you can't really make any changes once it's on the board. So I think you can change colors, and that's about it. Blade styles and activation effects and everything are something that you have to do back on the computer, plugging into it, typing away. Smooth swing. Now, that's the one small thing that the Xenopixels don't have is that little sound right there. So listen again, see if you can pick up on it. When you accelerate the blade swing a lot, you'll hear that at the end of the swing, and that's called an accent swing. So that's one small detail that you're going to miss out on by getting a Xenopixel over a Proffie board.
Hello there.
Force effects, same smooth swing, flash on clash, lock up, tip drag. Basically, Proffie board lightsabers are totally solid and will make you a happy customer even if you're just a plug and play guy like we are, except I really think it's fun to add force effects. It's kind of my thing. I love hearing the taglines. I like to have like 4 or 6 or 8 force effects that I can cycle through. And so on a Proffie, you're gonna have to get on the computer and do a bunch of research, and it's gonna take you I would say it'd take you at least a few hours of computer time to get yourself kind of set up, and then you're nervous about like, messing up always make sure to back up your micro SD card. That's always a great tip, is copy and paste that sucker right when you get it into your computer. And by the way, Artsaber sends you a thumb drive. You don't have to buy a special drive. It has a thumb drive where you can plug that micro SD card right into it, which can plug into your computer. Now on Artsabers, it doesn't like say Xenopixel in the title. It says Neopixel Lightsaber because that's what it is. So you'll notice that the price is a lot less than the other neighboring sabers, and when you click on it, in the description it'll say Xenopixel. I'll also take a minute to tell you guys about the gesture controls. So to use the gesture controls, you hold it up or down with or without the button. It'll activate different things like changing the music track or changing the sound font. Gesture controls are awesome. They're so much fun, man. Oh yeah. I feel like a Jedi, man. I hope this doesn't trigger my background because it has a hue of green in there, but let me know down in the comments what you guys think of Xenopixel. Is it right for you? Or and also tell me what's your favorite soundboard. If you're like a saber enthusiast, let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. So thanks so much for watching, and make sure to have an awesome Star Wars day. All right. Later, guys.